week, another Doctor Who. I'm not wearing the wig, but this person's wearing the wig. Hello, Doctor, how are you? Hey up, how's it going? That's the Doctor, see? Yeah. Graham! It's a spider! There you go. So there you go. I don't need to do it because there's the Doctor there on my stair. There on the stair. Hello, Keris. Hey, Keris, did you recognise the hotel in Doctor Who? Did you see it? I don't know how far away you are from the Celtic Manor, but I'm pretty sure it was the Celtic Manor. I might be wrong here, but it looked like the Celtic Manor, so I'm just going to say it is. Which is in Wales. Hello! Which isn't in Sheffield at all. So, back to Wales. Not all in Sheffield at all. Up north! Keris Davis is up north. I thought you're from Wales. Alright, you're from Sheffield. Up north! Yes, you're from up north, but you're... Anyway. Hello, Graham! I'm from up north! North Wales! Hello, Graham! I'm from up north! North Wales, of course. You're confusing me by the north. We're talking about a different north. Hello, Tux. Yes, but, alright, well, this is from South Wales. The Celtic Manor is near Newport. And Donald Trump visited it once. There you go. Hello, BJL. Oh, hey, hello, everyone. Hello, Keris. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. So, yes, did you enjoy that if you saw it? I know that several friends of mine, and I know I went to visit somebody on Thursday, and she said that she's going to have to check it out before her partner says it. Hannah Montana wig. Yeah, I will in a minute. Before she says, I will maybe. Hello, I'm from up north. Yeah, so, yeah, she said that she's going to have to check it out before her partner saw it because he's very scared of spiders. And I'm not scared of spiders, so it was fine for me. Because my mother, when I was a small child, read me Charlotte's Web, and then I wasn't scared of spiders or pigs. So that's good. Where's Hannah Montana? Let's have a little look. Is this Hannah Montana? No, this is not Hannah Montana. Hello, Midlands Goat. This is not Hannah Montana, but it is blonde. It's near enough Hannah Montana. So that's more Hannah Montana than the Hannah Montana wig that's supposedly a Hannah Montana wig. So that's what I'm wearing. So there you go. Hannah Montana. Of course, it's exactly like Hannah Montana, isn't it? Anyway. Graham, it's up north. So there you go. Chris Chibnall. Yes, he did. That's what I was going to say. He gave a note to the Green Death with the whole maggots in the... Whoops, my flatmate was just saying that. You say, do you think that it was a nod to the Green Death? And I said, yes, but it's more of a nod to Planet of the Spiders. And he said, yes, it's a nod to both of those. And it's like, that's probably true. It's a nod to the giant spiders and the giant maggots in the Green Death. So it's very much the John Pertwee era. Graham! I met Amelia Earhart! Yeah, anyway, so that's... She's fallen apart. She's got no face anymore. Never mind. Metabolist 3. Yes, definitely a nod to the Green Death. A nod to the Green Death. But they didn't get there. They just went down a mine with some toxic waste. So that's what happened. So that was quite nice. Yes, as I said, I'm not scared of spiders. Not at all. And when I was in Edinburgh, the people that I was staying with, I stayed on the sofa, and they said, you're not scared of spiders, are you? I'm like, not really. Why? They said, well, there's a giant spider that's, it's a spider mother, and it's got like a sack full of babies in its mandibles, and it goes around. It's lovely. It's just about to give birth, and there'll probably be hundreds of spiders really soon. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, you don't need to sleep on the sofa. You can get the cushions and sleep on the floor. That'll be much more comfortable. I'm like, I'm all right on the sofa. But as they pointed out, spiders can crawl on the sofa. So I don't think I was any safer from the spiders on the sofa. I don't think it was a bad episode. I enjoyed it. It was good. It was fun. It was all you wanted for a sort of 40-minute, 45-minute? Yeah. Sunday evening romp. That's what it is. A romp. There was probably a few too many characters that didn't do anything, like the spider person, the Spider Woman. She didn't really need to be in it, did she? Except to say, oh yeah, that's our spiders. spiders do things. She kept saying, oh, that's not what spiders do. It's like, that's what they're doing. Oh, but they don't harm humans. It's like, it's a big spider. It might harm a human. Is it political though? Is it political? Because he's like, I don't like Donald Trump. I'm gonna stand for president. Even though I don't like Donald Trump. I'm not Donald Trump. I'm gonna stand for president. I'm from The Good Wife. So that's what he did. 50 minutes, yeah. So that's what he did. I'm from The Good Wife. I'm gonna stand for president. That's exactly what he was like, yeah. Up north! Up north! Yes, as you can see, I have not mastered any of the accents. But that's alright, because I have my Hannah Montana wig. I met Gandhi once. There you go, that's the doctor for you now. Yeah. He was lovely. He gave me a cup of tea. Anyway, so I'm enjoying it. I've got to be honest, I am enjoying it, and I don't mind it being a bit political, because why not? A bit political's fine. Nothing wrong with a bit political. So people are saying, oh, it's not like in the old days. It used to be political in the old days. It's like you watching the same thing that I'm watching, because I think it was more, maybe it was more disguised. Maybe it's not quite as disguisedly political now, but I think it's always been like that, really. It's like, oh, it's got an agenda now. It's got an agenda. It's always had an agenda, if that's what you mean. It's always been, bad people are bad. Good people are good. That's the agenda. Cup of tea and custard, yeah. I'm going to go up north and go to see, I've lost it now. I'm going to go up north and see the it's a pretty that they've never had a Bristolian doctor, have they? That's not going to be a Bristolian doctor, because I don't know what accent that was at all. I'm from the north. So the new writers, yes, exactly. You've got to, yes, and our arachnid cousins, exactly, Spillage. Our arachnid cousins, they're our friends. They help us out. Because if there weren't spiders, then we'd be overrun by blooming moths. Moths eating us out of house and home. Hello, I'm from the north. Yes, so, I don't care. I don't care if it's not disguised. I like political. I like politics. Politics are good. Give me some more politics. I go, yes to politics. So yes, I'm not a problem with that. And I don't have a problem with that. So that's fine. So yes, I just put the doctor on her head. What? So there's a bald doctor, and there's a doctor with, I can't get the wig back on there. Ooh, the lighting's gone all orange. Ooh, like I'm in the TARDIS or something. It's more sort of, yes. So that's, I can't get it back on again. Anyway, so yes, I'm enjoying it, and I don't mind it being political. I like it political. So yes, so is it more like the Green Death, or is it more like Planet of the Spiders? I don't know. Or is it more like that one where they dug deep in the earth and then they found a load of Silurians? It's sort of got a lot of, because they've been going for a long time now, it sort of harks back to quite a lot of different ones, I think. I think you'll find it's like, oh, but you can copy your own series. It's not plagiarism if it's your stuff that you're plagiarising. Essentially, you can do what you want, and you go, oh, it's a callback. Oh, it's an homage. Oh, it's not an homage, because it's part of what your whole thing has been about. So yeah, don't mind politics, don't mind spiders. I'm alright with that then. So yeah, some people aren't, some people are. 5 people I've got, and you've been quite chatty. And then you've gone quiet. Why have you gone quiet? Anyway, so yeah, so then I'm going to put the doctor on top of the Hannah Montana. Hannah Montana as the doctor. Well, that would be nice, wouldn't it? My flatmate said, oh, do you think they're going to get an American next time? If they get an American doctor, do you think that people would be quite as more hostile than having a woman doctor? And I'm thinking, yes, probably they would be. They'd probably be twice as, it's like a sort of mushroom. That's just bizarre. Yes, I think they'd be more hostile to an American than a woman, but maybe not. An American woman. Hey, American woman. Yes. See, see, this is nice. It's not real hair. It's lovely. Isn't it lovely? What, God no to an American woman being the doctor? Yeah, that would be a bit weird. A step too far, I think. A step too far. An American or a woman, but not both at the same time. If there was an American doctor, who would be a good American doctor? I don't know. Jim Carrey. That would be divisive, wouldn't it? That would be massively divisive. Although the new series he's got, Kidding, he's got. I mean, he plays. He does drama well, and he's good at pathos. So you know, why ever not? If they ever did, maybe Jim Carrey would be a good doctor. Or maybe not. I don't know. Not if he was doing it as Dumb and Dumber. Like, was it Christmas? Not Jim Christmas. What's his character in Dumb and Dumber? Billy Crystal. What's his name? No, Lloyd Christmas is the other one. What's his name? Lloyd Christmas is the other one. Yeah, anyway, Steve Martin is still alive, isn't he? Steve Martin. Yeah, Steve Martin. He's a wild and crazy guy. Yeah, so Steve Martin would have been good. Yeah, who else? Who else American? Jim Belushi wouldn't have been very good, I don't think. Jim Belushi? He's still alive. I'm thinking of John Belushi. He's dead. Jim Belushi, he's a sort of very much lesser of the Belushis. Not that he's a terrible actor, but you know, compared him with, it's you know, that's the trouble. You get something and you compare it with something else, and the thing, he's always going to be lacking, unfortunately. Yes. Back now in a minute. Yes. Back in a minute. Yes. It would take the essence away from the show if it was American, but then that's what they said when Paul McGann was in it, because there were so many Americans. Actually, this week, that was quite weird, wasn't it? Because it was like, it's an American. It's a real American. It's a good job they didn't have any real Americans last week when they were in America, because it would have really shown up all the people that weren't real Americans, that were pretending to be Americans, and they would have looked even more silly than they did anyway. No, it was very good. I liked last week's episode, but sometimes the accents were a little bit wrong. And I'm one to sort, really, going up north with, hey, it's exciting, up north. Yeah, so I'm not really one to talk about accents, considering that. But I really did like the person playing Rosa, and she looked quite a lot, when you look at the pictures, she looked like her, and she did it quite well. She was younger than the real Rosa, I think. But the accent was a little bit, mostly alright. But then she was talking about, hey, do you want a save tea? Hey, do you want a save tea? And then it was like, what? No, I'm not going to North. I'm not knocking the North. I'm knocking my accent. My accent was rubbish. Nothing wrong with the North. The North is lovely. I love the North. I've probably been to the North. I've been to Manchester, and I've been through the North to get to Scotland. So I've stopped in Newcastle in the train for about 10 minutes because the train was late. I've been so many places in the North. I'm sure the North is lovely. I've got no problem with the North. I've got a lot of friends from the North. It's grim up north, yes, but it's lovely as well. It's very nice, and I would go. Yeah, I have been to Manchester several times, and I've been to Wigan and Blackpool. Some places in the North. Not a terribly well-travelled person, really, when you think about it, but yes. So I do like the North, and I've got nothing against Northern people, obviously. I have got something against my accent. This is what I'm saying. Yeah. Oh, it's a terrible accent, Elise. Yes, I know it is. It's a terrible accent. Oh, Tetley tea. Anyway, so that's what my problem was. Not the Northern people. My accent. And that's the trouble with accents. I can criticise accents because I know that I'm not very good at accents. So I'll criticise other people, knowing full well that I can, in turn, be criticised. So that's fair enough, isn't it? Yes. If I was going, I'm amazing at accents, me, and then criticising people, and people going, no, you're not, you're terrible. Fair call, fair dues. That's the thing, yeah. I've been to Finchley, that's up north. Finchley's up north, yes it is, it's up north London. like up North Wales, Cerys. It's north. That's it, right? Because I'm from the south of Wales, South Wales, which isn't the south. Technically, it is the south. But when you look at where north and south divide is, it's really strange because the north-south divide sort of goes right down under sort of over London and down through the home counties. And so technically, even Cornwall doesn't count as the south because the Cornwall, even though it's very south, is on the north-south divide in terms of where it is in terms of everything. Because the south is just the home counties and London, really. Actually, not even London. The south is just Dover, basically. Everyone north of Dover is the north. So South Wales, even though it's the south, because it's South Wales, doesn't count as the south. Very, very complex socio-economic thingies. So Wales is all the north, especially the north. The north of Wales is very north, and the south of Wales is still. And Cornwall's lovely too. Yes, Cornwall is nice, but it doesn't count as it's part of the divide. When you look at how they, because it's not, yeah, because basically the south is where all the poshos are. Swiss Cottage, yes, I like Swiss Cottage. I go to meetings in Swiss Cottage every month. I go there and I've been in the pub. You know, when you go, because when I used to travel from London in the coach, and it used to go up through the north, up through London, and past Golders Green, but it would go past Swiss Cottage, and there's a pub called the Swiss Cottage, which is what the area is named after, because it's actually South Hampstead, it's actually the area. The Swiss Cottage pub. You're like, oh, it's so exotic. I'd love to go in that pub. And you go in that pub, and it's not even a Wetherspoons. It's not even a Lloyd's. There's a specific thing. It's better than it was. I know I started going there about 5 or 6 years ago, and it was poor. It's better now. It got taken over by new management, and it's quite nice, really, in that inside. But it used to be, we went there as a big group, and there was a lot of people drinking various different things, and somebody wanted a coffee. And they were like, I'm not serving you coffee, this is a pub! It's like, okay. And they were like, but then they did give us coffee, and the coffee was like, you can get coffee bags. They put the coffee bag in a cafetiere, a little one, and then pour on a load of water. And then you'd be like, this is a horrible coffee. I don't want this. It's not instant coffee, so I suppose it's better than that, but it was horrible. But they're like, this is a pub. We don't want to give you coffee. Go away, people. So they were quite nice. That was a bit of a monstrous face. It's Halloween, isn't it? Halloween! Yes. Oh, talking of Halloween, I've got a pumpkin. Do you want to see my pumpkin? It's the biggest pumpkin in the world. It's the biggest pumpkin in the world. It's like a Doctor Who spider pumpkin. It's so big. Whoops, the biggest pumpkin in the world. It's amazing. Look how big this pumpkin is. It's enormous. It's enormous. It's not enormous. It's tiny. It's a tiny pumpkin. Woo! It's dark and it's a pumpkin. It's my pumpkin. So I might carve this pumpkin and then eat this pumpkin, because I did read a thing about how terrible it is. There's a pumpkin mountain. After every Halloween, have I been to the Scilly Isles? No, don't be silly. Ha ha ha. I haven't been to the Scilly Isles. That's very south, isn't it? It's practically France. It's practically America. It's where Atlantis was, the Scilly Isles. Yes, so this is my enormous pumpkin. So, I was reading about pumpkin mountains, how wasteful it is in America. They eat pumpkins and they eat pumpkin pie and pumpkin soup, and pumpkins. In this country, we haven't really got the hang of the pumpkins. We carve the pumpkins, we put the candles in the pumpkins, and then we wait for them to rot and we throw them away. We don't eat them. You could carve a Swede, but the Swede might not like it very much. So I'm going to carve the pumpkin and I'm going to eat the pumpkin. Can't eat it like that. That would be awful. Yeah. So I got this from a shop called Aldi, which is a very posh shop. If you don't know, it's a very, very special shop where you can get all luxury goods. So it's a very expensive pumpkin. It's 39p. Although somebody I know posted about how they got one from Lidl and it was only 20p, and I'm like, oh, I'm jealous because mine cost 39p. And then a giant pumpkin cost £1, so I probably should have got that, but then I had to carry it home, and I was like, no. And then I went to the pound shop, and for £1, you got a polystyrene pumpkin that was about this size for £1. Almost 3 times as much as this real pumpkin. And it's polystyrene, which is very wasteful and bad for the environment. So shame on you, Poundland. Straight. That's the trouble. Was it Pound World? Pound World? Poundland? Poundland, I think it was. Wasteful. Very, very wasteful. Well, that's the whole thing about Halloween, though. It is quite a wasteful time of year. And the bobbing for apples and everything. And, ooh. The apples don't like it when you do that. Cruel to apples. Also, apples aren't very nice. Bob for pumpkins. La la la. So that's what we'll do. Anyway, Doctor Who. Back to Doctor Who. Where's my Doctor Who's? She's up there. She is. She's all sort of fallen over there. So, yeah. Is anybody anything else to say about Doctor Who? It was political. It had an American who from The Good Wife, and it was 50 minutes long, and it was not all in Sheffield because some of it was in Wales. Yay! And it was underground, and it was good, and I liked it. So that's very insightful of me, I think. Very insightful. Really, really get to the nitty gritty of the whole thing. Yeah. So Most Haunted is on tonight. What channel is that on? I don't think I got that channel for what Most Haunted. I used to watch. I met Derek Acora twice. One of them was on a Halloween, actually. I went to a Halloween Most Haunted special in Bewley. Is it Bewley? The Motor Museum. Anyway, is it? Yeah, the Motor Museum. And and I sat behind somebody from Coronation Street. Angela something, I think she was, and somebody else that was something else, and it was like, oh, and there's a big fireplace, and it was like, oh, the fireplace smells all sort of, it smells spicy. Oh, that must be a ghost. Is there some sort of cloves in the fireplace to make it spicy? No, they said, oh, well, it must be a ghost. And then we just sat there and just got a bit cold and just waited, and it wasn't very exciting, really, which is a terrible shame because the year afterwards a colleague went to a Most Haunted and they actually got them involved, and they took them out to a graveyard, and they were like, oh, you can feel the spirits, and they got them to talk on camera, and I was like, I want to go to that one. I want to talk in a graveyard. But then afterwards, and the one that we went to, Derek Acora, I was with really Channel 5. I might have that, I don't know. I got Freeview, not Sky. Anyway, so Derek Acora, afterwards, there was a sort of, in the actual Motor Museum. Is it on Freeview? Okay, in the Motor Museum, and there was a friend, somebody that I just met that was there, because there's a load of journalists, and she was from a psychic magazine, and she wanted to talk to Derek Acora, and she was like, oh, Derek Acora, I love you, you're so good, and he was just like, I don't talk to you, and he was just really horrible, and I was like, oh, I don't like Derek Acora anymore, he's mean. He was very mean. But then I interviewed him another time, and he wasn't quite as dismissive that time. But maybe he was just mean to that woman, and he didn't want to be mean to me. But he was quite mean. But I'm sure he's very nice, really. I don't know. Because he's not working with Most Haunted anymore, is he? Because he pretended that there was a ghost, and there wasn't a ghost. He pretended there wasn't a ghost, really? How could that be? Pretending there's a ghost? How could you fake that? Well, when there's real ghosts on the run and you're pretending. Obviously, yes. It's like, you know, and then Yvette Fielding was like, I'm shocked that he pretended there were ghosts when there were, I thought there were real ghosts. It's like, yes, of course there are. There's ghosts all over the place, Yvette Fielding. Ooh, spooky ghosts. Yeah, but I mean, Derek Acora was alright, because I also met Colin Fry. Obviously, Colin Fry. And Colin Fry told me, though, he was like, oh, yes, I can see that you had a great aunt called, she was called, I can't remember what he said he was called, but she's called this thing, and you should check. And she's very proud of you. She's very proud of you because she's a writer, and she was writing in a time when you couldn't be a writer when you were. She's very proud of you. I'm like, I don't think I've got a great aunt called that. He's like, no, you have. Ask your mum. So I was like, okay. Colin Fry, he's dead, so you could talk about him now because he's dead. Yes. Have I seen a ghost of? Yes, I have seen ghosts. And also, in my house once, I was really freaked out, and I thought there were ghosts there, and I stood under a light bulb, and it fell down on me, and I was like, oh! And there was also, like, in the bathroom, we had a heater, and it hadn't worked for ages, and I stood under it once, and it came on, ooh! And also there was a radio, and it could get shortwave, and I turned it on once and just left it going. And then it said, you will die! And I was like, ah! So that was my ghost. I'd gone down to 3. I scared everyone away with my ghostly tale. Ghost. So, yeah, no, Colin Fry was a bit odd when I met him. He wanted to actually, the main reason that we were there for the event is he wanted to make us give him a tithe to join his special group where we would go to Sweden or something and then talk about ghosts and pay him lots of money to commune with the dead. And we were all like, I don't think so, Colin Fry. You're right there. We won't give you money to join your special group. Thank you. That's fine. No. So he was charming and nice. But he did want us to give him lots of money to join his special group. So I sort of draw the line there, really. But I think he was giving people sandwiches, which is fine, except I don't eat sandwiches because I'm gluten intolerant. So it's like, I don't want to eat your sandwiches. Maybe there was something in the sandwiches, and if you ate the sandwiches, you joined his special group. Anyway, that was Colin Fry. Poor old Colin Fry. Not around anymore. Let's commune with Colin Fry. Hello, Colin Fry. Are you there, Colin Fry? Can you hear us, Colin Fry? Talk to us, Colin Fry. Talk to us. Oh, through the veil. A thin veil, because it's nearly... I can't remember where Colin Fry was from. I don't think wherever he was from is that voice. I could be wrong. That voice, I don't know where that is from. So I'm probably going to cut this short very soon. And I'm going to go and see Inside Number 9, which is not on for another hour. But I'm all at sea because the clocks went back this morning. And I'm like, I don't know what time it is anymore. I was like, I'm going to make lunch now. It's nearly 12 o'clock. It's time to start to make lunch. And then I realised it was on the microwave. The clock hadn't changed. And it was like, it's not. It's not. Colin Fry was from Earth. Possibly. But was he? Colin Fry, outside, sorry, I didn't see that. Outside toys, yes, Colin, well, the thing is, Colin Fry, I met him. Now, I'm only 5'6". I'm not a tall person. Colin Fry came up to about here on me. So, outsized toys for him would just be normal sized toys. Really. So, anyway, Colin Fry and Derek Akora, I think, oh, I see what you mean. Still, the same thing holds. He was quite short, so there still be small toys. Anyway, the things you learn. Anyway, yes, so I'm going to go away. Now that I'm here, that is very disturbing. I'm going to go away. I'm going to look at my pumpkin. And then I'm going to watch Inside Number 9. So, yes, and Doctor Who. Back to Doctor Who. Doctor Who, I liked it. Even though it was political, that I liked. Even though it was a bit silly, that I liked. Even though it had spiders, I like it. I like it. What can I say? I like it. I do. Yes. I did. Is there anything... I know, I kept that close to my chest, BJL, but yes, I did. I liked it. It's amazing. Yes. So, see you very soon.